Okay, you know, a man who could be as ugly as Muhammad, for example, is okay to get married. So, oh, I'm in big trouble. Okay. Now, someone who is, for example, you know, not very educated because of circumstances, it doesn't mean that this person is not to be married. However, compatibility. But it's not when we say, let's say someone who has a high school liked someone who has a PhD, has a doctorate from, you know, a university degree. Let me see, do you think he should approach her for marriage or not? Let me ask this question. Yes, no, no, yes, yes, no. What? He has a high school diploma. She has a PhD.
I'll say no.
Okay, Ammu Hisham said no. Come on.
Yeah, I will say no because a compatibility issue.
Compatibility, no. Anybody?
If you're Canadian, yes.
Huh?
Canadian, yes.
Okay.
I don't know people there.
What do you think? I want to hear. It is possible. She's very modest. She's very modest. I know your husband is not here, so would you have accepted someone with a high school diploma? Honestly. No.
Still possible because you might fall in love with each other. Because love is something else. There's no.
So because, but will that marriage last? They both fell.
No love.
They fell. Okay, in love.
Yes.
طيب.
They might.
Can that marriage last?
We don't know. It could be. We don't know.
Remote possibility. But as a rule, Ammu Shafiq,
It depends if Dean is in there. That's the key thing.
he's now taking from the hat Dean. Very good point. Dean could pull the family together. Could. If it is strong Dean, it could, absolutely. But let's talk about general, societal, practical circumstances. I would agree with my brother Hisham that better not to. Better not to. Not because we want to discriminate, but we want now save a family. Let's save it before the family will fall apart, because it will. I've seen it happen that when there's no compatibility. Now let me ask the question the reverse order. The reverse order. He has a PhD and she has a high school diploma. Now, Ammu Hisham changed his opinion. He said yes now. Everybody is nodding. Why? Why? Is there compatibility between a PhD and a high school? If he is the PhD, she is the high school. Muhammad, you want to say something?
Because you said about 7 years of age, that's, 7 years difference.
So it will be the age difference that matters?
They're making money. Money.
Because they make money?
It depends which one's. It's like it's a woman making more.
So now you are putting another variable, which is money. Who is making the money?
If a woman's making more money than a man kind of gets jealous.
The man, doesn't like it. See, this is now another factor that we wanted to talk about, making money. I was going to talk about, the man. Keep it in mind, remind me of that. We're coming to it, okay? But now, level of education.
Because men's responsibility is to run the house, and women's like most important responsibility is to take care of kids and like household responsibilities. So in like history shows many marriages like you're saying with the education difference of if women was less educated. I don't know why, but might be the deen was the main reason, but marriages were successful.
Okay. Now, when we started to talk about men, we found that things are getting really complicated because we are a complicated bunch, right? Right? No, stand up for our rights. Are we complicated? Yes, they like the complicated thing. No, the thing is, now let's now analyze it one by one and then we'll put things together. Level of education. If the man has the higher level of education and the woman has a lower level of education, but look at this, you mentioned now division of responsibilities. If she is a leader in the household, look at this. The first thing that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ mentioned, her attributes, lima laha, attributes. She is good in discipline. So what if she has a high school diploma? She can be great in discipline. Okay, in managing resources, it doesn't need a PhD. In planning religious activities for the family, it doesn't need a PhD. Many things, okay? And if the PhD of the man is used for that part of the responsibility, which is to work and make the kind of living that will bring now enough financial money, resources to the house, they're comfortable, they are happy that this PhD, which is mostly, I don't use my university education at home to basically put a pedestal for me at home and say, I am a dentist or a medical doctor, or I don't do that. Even people who have those degrees, when they come home, it's a different story. But when I go outside, I use that. I am a medical doctor. I am a dentist. I am a doctor in engineering. I use it outside. Therefore, because the general rule, not the exception, the general rule is that these degrees are used mostly by men. See, I have to be careful because we have a professional here. Okay, that they are mostly used by men outside and not by women as a general rule. And because Islam puts that family first. See, as I said last time, that there are many things in raising of my children I better be, away from, not away to no, because I don't know. I don't know. Whereas my wife, by nature, is trained to respond to these things that do not need a PhD.
If a woman is highly educated and a man is high school, like woman is earning and she asks her husband to take care of kids, stay home, together you will earn only like.
That's why Abu Hisham said no about the first one, but when we said, he said yes. Okay, and this is absolute, it's practical. This is practical, this is it. Okay, so we've got, yes.
I think I just want to support my idea, but if she has a PhD, and I don't mind having high school, so we're talking about her self-confidence, because the man he runs the home, if he has self-confidence in himself.
Can you stop here?
Yes.
I'll let you speak. Ma'alish, you promise not to be upset with me?
No, not at all.
Promise.
Promise.
What did you do with your hand when you said run the house? What did you do?
I mean, management.
لا
of the
معلش
house.
معلش معلش. What did you do?
What do you mean with that?
What did you do? You said you
Uh,
did this.
supply me?
Yes, yes.
Supply.
Look what you did. Look,
I mean-
you did. Okay,
Run the
which
house.
means
قوامون على القوامون. أنا أيبح.
no. قوامون is different.
الرجال.
I'll explain. قوامون is different. It doesn't mean that. But by nature,
Yes.
when men will say, "Run the house,"
No, not by force.
What-
I mean, everything is between man and woman. I mean, I blame the man.
now you opened your hands.
No, I blame the man.
You're stuck.
Okay,
You understand what I mean?
but okay, معلش, I'm not trying to say you are wrong. No, there are exceptions. But a high school diploma man and a PhD woman,
Yes.
the man has other things to hold things under control, but not necessarily with happiness and acceptance. He may run the family. By the way, he may be successful.
I'm talking about fact. I mean, we live in a fact society here.
Yes,
We don't live in إلهام.
But-
ما بنعيش على الإلهام. إحنا في بلدنا العربي
yeah,
عايشين شوي على الإلهام والتوهينات
yes.
والاحتفال. أما هنا عايشين على الفاكت.
Okay.
هذا بيحصل.
Okay. So the fact is that here, let's talk Canada. I know what you're talking about in the Arab world. Okay, it may work. It may work. The man can run the house, even uneducated, can run the house. And I'll tell you something. I know many examples in my own family where the woman was much more educated than the man, and they lived happily ever after. They were fine because the society dictated, يعني فرضوا جو معين. They dictated that a woman that will raise her head and say, "This is not right," she is an ashes. She is. That's what, our society said. You don't do that. This is your husband. By saying this is your husband, that is enough as an answer. This is your husband. You have to go back to your husband's house. And everybody accepted. The same as we taught our children a very wrong answer. Why don't you celebrate birthdays? Because I'm a Muslim. That's not an answer. That's not an answer. Yet, there are many. Why don't you go to the prom? Because I'm a Muslim. Why don't you congratulate Christians for Christmas? Because I'm a Muslim. This is wrong. Okay? But I will talk about that some other time. However, I'm saying if we say, why because I'm the husband, I'm the man. And there are practicality in different parts of the world. This is how things are. But let's talk in the Canadian, American, European context, where men and women, we've seen, and I'm talking, even if we have to conclude it now because we have to pray, and we will continue from this next time, inshallah.